Hi, and welcome to Industry Partners, Engineering Technology. Meet Shauna Cade, who teaches engineering technology in Menifee. When Shauna first started teaching, she never considered finding industry partners. She was so focused on getting through the day and teaching basic engineering that the idea of doing anything outside of the classroom was simply too much. She had no idea that the effort she expended in forming positive industry partners would transform her classroom, her students' performance, and increase their engagement tenfold. Shauna admits that she really didn't know anything about the topic until her mentor mentioned his work with a local architecture firm that had led to a student internship and ultimately a summer job for that student. Shauna's mentor shared that an industry partner is a collaboration between an educator or team of educators and a specific business. It could take many forms, from a business that provides funding to a business that provides industry-related resources, including access to equipment and materials, even a workspace, to a business that provides knowledge or even training for teachers or students in the field. Shauna had identified a cool project she wanted to do from the CTE website. It was called Solar Arduino House, STEM Integrated Project, and was written by James Stockdale, Alan Weberly, and Bridget Howitt. In the project, students would actually get to build their model solar homes while learning some key content about solar energy generation and energy use via an Arduino controller. It would be an awesome project for her students, but Shauna didn't have many of the things she needed for the project. Shauna's mentor had sent her the link to a guide from Lockheed Martin about developing effective programs and industry partnerships. One key point she hadn't considered before reading the guide was to consider what's in it for the business. Knowing their needs helps shape the relationship. Some businesses are looking for community goodwill and publicity. Others might want to foster volunteer work to raise morale with their employees. In Shauna's case, a local solar company seemed to be open to increased public awareness for their aftermarket solar panels. The guide outlined some key steps for Shauna to follow. First, she identified potential partners like Sunny City Solar and Solar Solutions. Then she researched them to ensure that they had the resources that she needed. Sunny City Solar seemed like a better fit, so Shauna narrowed her focus to them. The guide advised looking for connections rather than making a cold call. So Shauna turned to her advisory board and looked for someone who might be able to make the introduction. It turned out an advisory board member, Franklin Stone, had just had solar panels installed on his motorhome. He was more than willing to make the call over to Sunny City Solar on Shauna's behalf. Once Franklin had opened the door, Shauna called to set up the meeting. Then came more research. Shauna wanted to tailor her presentation to Sunny City Solar specifically. She had her students help with the research and included their efforts as part of her pitch. Including pictures of them working hard on some of their engineering projects helped to make them real to the owners. The meeting went well, and Sunny City Solar offered to provide the materials for the project in exchange for some banner advertising and mention in the press release that Shauna would submit when her students put their solar homes on display for open house night. Shauna was delighted with the outcome and was even more pleased when the owner offered to send over one of his younger engineers to talk to her students about his career choice. In the process, Shauna learned even more about solar panel issues that engineers are working on right now to solve. And that improved her expertise in the classroom as an advisor as her students worked to complete their own solar home designs. Finding the right industry partner or partners is important. It helps teachers like Shauna improve their own understanding of the work that experts in the field are doing right now, and it creates a real context for students. It's more than accessing funding, resources, or keeping current. It's a collaborative effort that improves the situation for all involved. Thanks for watching.